Today's video, kind of a continuation of the last one, where we got rid of the piglets, and we're going to break that pen down and then move it to the back of the pasture. So Mabel's piglets are gone. She's been rebred and cycle repeats. Now Hazel, her sister, is set to have piglets at the end of this month, as is Scarlet. Gilt, she's a purebred Duroc. She's also set to have piglets at the end of this month. So lots of stuff going on. Hope you stick around. Morning, folks. Scott here with Watts Way Farms. Thanks for tuning in to another one of our farm videos. A couple months ago, I made a video about our farrowing hut that I built, called it our pig mansion. Well, I've built another one, and today we're going to put the final touches on it. I'm going to show you a few modifications and upgrades I did from the first one, and we're going to get it set up out in the pasture and ready for our sow and our gilt that are both due here in just over a week. So hope you hang around to the end. Thanks for tuning in, and let's get to work. So it actually went quite easier than I was expecting. I mean, still 9-week-old piglets. They were stout. As planned, we put some food in the pig mansion, shut the front door, and then wrangled them from the back door. So now this pen will completely come down. Again, won't take long because it's just zip tied together and T-post. It'll come up, and then this land we'll rake it up a little bit right there, but that'll be it. And then this will rest for probably several months before we see pigs here again. Now, as you can see, so she's pretty much dried up, Mabel the mom, and then Hazel is starting to kind of show signs of getting ready to farrow. It's beginning of February now, so at the end of this month, beginning of next. Hazel, I guess I got that backwards. This one is Mabel, the one that just farrowed, or the ones whose piglets we just sold, and she's been bred. And Hazel, the one on the right here, you can see she's starting to kind of show some signs there with some development on her teats there. At the end of this month, she will be farrowing. But the plan now is pig mansion is going to move all the way to that back corner. Haven't had pigs on it since last summer, so she's going to go out there to farrow. All right, and just like that, the pen that was Mabel's farrowing area is gone. We've got it all broke down, basically loaded up into the Kubota, and then we're going to reset it down there in that corner for Hazel. We're going to let this little piece of land rest for a while now. We're going to get the hay out of the pig mansion and spread it over here a little bit. Another modification that I've made on this pig mansion is the addition of these little 3 pieces of blocking there, and there. I did it on the front and the back. And the way this farrowing pen or farrowing hutch works is that you put it, this will be the front, which will be the pig panels will run up next to it, and you've got a door on both sides, so that when you need to get to the piglets, you feed mama outside, you shut this door, and then from the back door you can get in and do what you need. And it worked really well on the last pen with Mabel's babies, and she's not mean by any means. I won't have a mean animal on our farm. The quickest way to get a free ticket to a freezer camp is to be a mean animal on my farm. But mothers are a little bit protective, and what we found was when we got in there to capture the boys to castrate them, we did exactly what we planned. We fed her outside the pen. The piglets were inside. We shut this door and then went in through the back to round them up. And she started coming in. She heard them, and she started pushing on this pretty hard, to the extent that even though those big hinges, a little worried that they weren't going to hold. So now with that, she don't have anything to push against. And we did that on both sides. I don't know that it's needed as much on the back, but for some reason the back became the front became the back, I've got it ready. Now the one part I don't quite have figured out yet is how to prop this open. You got to prop this open because the mama pig's going to rub on it and all that, and she'll rip it off. What we've been doing is just putting a big screw all the way through into that, but I hate to keep putting screws into the wood and putting holes in it, and it makes it a little more inconvenient to make sure you've got a drill with the screw bit on it when you're out there. I've got a few ideas on maybe a latching system here, but if you're watching this and you got some ideas, I'd love for you to leave them to me in the comments on how I can latch this open while it's in use. I just put a temporary washer and nut on, or a washer on each side and a nut on this side, finger tight, just to hold it. And you can see it's probably 2 or 3 inches off the ground. That's all it needs to help me get it through the pasture. Okay, and now I want to show you what is probably the biggest modification upgrade I've made to Pig Mansion. Maybe a bit excessive, but I'm real excited to use it. Let me get in here and show it to you. There in this back corner is my new Eufy pan tilt zoom camera, so that we will be able to monitor the pigs, the birth, the piglets, everything from anywhere in the world. So that camera is a Eufy exterior camera. It's solar powered through this little panel right here. You can kind of see it underneath there. I've got a few more of these I'll show you, and I'll show you my whole technology setup here at the farm, but I'm not sponsored or endorsed in any way. I just like this product. I've got a few of these cameras, a different model, but same brand around the farm, and I've really been pleased with how they function. Solar Wi-Fi, so as long as I can get an internet Wi-Fi connection there, these should work great. In addition to the pig hut cams, I've got these are Eufy brand Wi-Fi solar powered cameras. They work really well. I've got a few of these pointed at different directions around the farm. It helps me because keep an eye on what's going on while we're here. I've got a little 2 terabyte home base is what they call it, so it's recording and saving everything that it sees. So right there on the peak of my barn is my internet source. That is my Starlink antenna, and I have to say I'm impressed. It works pretty good now. And am I a gamer and tried any of that? I don't know if it's that good, but for security cameras and the streaming TV when we're here some during the summer or whatnot with inside the RV, works really well for that. And then right below that is a Ubiquity exterior kind of long range access point. What that does is it really impressively pushes the Wi-Fi out into the pasture, which for my pig cams and the pig hut cams is what's critical to make them work. And then right there is my other Ubiquity long range access point, and then another camera right below it. Now I don't remember the throw range for those APs, but I can tell you for line of sight, it is impressively far. All right, so the second pig mansion is done. I've got my eye bolts on as well. It is now ready to hook up. I got the wheels on, and it's actually going, if you can see, all the way back to that wood line. I'm gonna show you about where the other one is, and be ready to go. Now I'm different this time. I'm gonna try versus hooking it with the tractor. I'm gonna see if the ATV will pull it. I think it will, but we're gonna find out. Well, as you could tell, the ATV didn't quite cut it. It was pulling it. The problem is these little sweet gum stick, nub, root, whatever you want to call it, sticking up, brought it to a stop. And, this whole field used to be full of sweet gums, briars, and everything else. That's part of what, when we bought it 3 years ago, we knew we would have to do some work to kind of build it back up. So we've been trying to keep it cut. That's why we roll the hay out and then try to keep all the weeds, I guess, topped off. And it's going to take a little while, but these sweet gum, I guess, roots will eventually go away. So now we got the tractor. I'm sure it'll do it with no problem. All right, pig mansion number 2 is in place and ready to go. There's pig mansion number 1, and then the 36 by 36 farrowing pen for the first one, and here it is for the second one. All that's left to do is run a line, walk the mama pigs down, and then put this last panel up here, and the same thing, last panel over there. I've got the pig hutch cams installed and working. It's actually now filming me, filming it. I've got one in each so that we can keep an eye on the pigs from anywhere. And I may figure out a way, I don't know if I cannot, or I can maybe put a link to the live feed on these on our website at wattswayfarms.com and let people that are interested log in and see the pigs farrowing as it happens. I don't know if the Eufy cams have that capability, but I may look and see. So again, these are ready to go. So I hope you enjoyed this video for, I guess, pig mansion number 2 and setting up the farrowing pens. Today's February 21st. The farrow date for both Hazel and Scarlet. Those will be Hazel's second litter, Scarlet's first litter. The window for them to go into farrow is the 29th through February through like March 3rd or 4th. So probably 1 week from today, the 28th, we'll try to move them down here next Saturday, unless they start showing maybe signs of early farrowing, then obviously we'll accelerate the plans. But we're pretty much ready to go. Just got to put a little straw in the pig mansions, and like I said, after we walk them in, run the line and put the last thing up. So hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, consider subscribing, give me a thumbs up and a like, share it with all your friends, and hope to see you back here on the next one.